Hello everyone, welcome back. In the previous session, we started with the chapter of securitization and we covered meaning, features, participants, benefits, steps, risks, and problems. Now let's continue with securitization instruments. Securitization instruments. There are three types of instruments that are pass-through certificates, pay-through securities, and strip securities. Pass-through certificates, pay-through security, and strip securities. Now, I'll just give a short explanation. See, whatever amount is received by the originator from the borrower, whatever amount is received from the borrower by the originator, it has to transfer the entire amount to the investor. It has to transfer the entire amount to the investor. Entire amount it has to transfer to the investor. Example, if that is nothing cash, that is interest and principal repayment. Okay, that is that amount what the originator will receive. So that, for example, if it receives 100, if originator receives 100, the entire 100 rupees it has to transfer to the investors, and the investor has the right to claim. Okay, that is called as pass through certificates. That is called as pass through certificates. Now next, pay through securities. In this, what happens? It is treated as debt security. A fixed amount only is transferred to the investor. Only a fixed amount is transferred to an investor. Whatever the amount is received by the originator, it is not transferred. Only a fixed amount is transferred to the investors. Example, if the investor receives 100, 200, 500, whatever amount, but still it will transfer only 80 rupees. That is the fixed amount to the investors. And whatever the surplus funds is there, that the SPV will reinvest. That amount that SPV will reinvest. That is pay through security. Next, what are strip securities? In strip securities, the cash flows are divided into two securities, that are interest only securities and payment only and principal only securities. Interest only securities and principal only securities. So in case of interest only securities, the holders, in the interest only holders will receive only the interest amount, and in case of principal only securities, the holders of principal only securities will receive only the principal amount. Next, yield to maturity, that is interest rate, YTM. Yield to maturity, interest rate. If in the market yield to maturity rises, the value of interest only securities will also rise. If interest rate rises, value of interest only securities will also rise, but the value of principal only securities will fall because of demand. If interest rates are increasing, then the interest only securities will receive more amount, so the value of interest only securities will rise, but the value of the principal only securities will fall. Next, if YTM, that is yield to maturity, interest rate falls. If interest rate falls in the market, then the interest only securities value will also fall, but the value of the principal only securities will rise. Done. Now, strip securities. It is created by dividing cash flows into two new securities. Two new securities, that is interest only securities and principal only securities. Holder of interest only securities receives only interest, and holder of principal only securities will receive only principal. When yield to maturity in market rises, then interest only securities will also rise and value of principal only securities will fall. Done. Next, pay through security. Pay through securities, debt securities. Debt securities. So SPV debt securities are backed by the assets. Permits SPV to reinvest surplus funds. Reinvest surplus funds for short term due to desynchronization. Desynchronization. Desynchronization matlab it is not transferring the entire amount whatever it is received. Only a fixed amount is transferred, so it is not synchronized. Whatever it is not transferring, so it is not synchronized. That is, it is desynchronized. So SPV to reinvest surplus funds for short term due to desynchronization. Next, pass through certificates. Pass through certificates. Originator transfers entire receipt of cash. Entire receipt of cash. Cash means interest of principal repayment whatever the borrower gives to the originator. See, originator transfers entire receipt of cash to the investors. Represents direct claim of investors. Direct claim of investors. Direct claim of investors on all assets securitized by SPV. That is, all cash flows are passed to investors on immediate basis. All cash flows are passed to investors on immediate basis. Done. So what are the three securitization instruments? Pass through certificates, pay through security, and strip securities. In strip securities, there are two types, that is interest only and principal only securities. Done. Next, pricing of securitized instruments. Pricing of securitized instruments. Pricing should be acceptable. Pricing should be acceptable to both originator and investors. From originator's angle. From originator's angle, the instrument should be priced whatever he has incurred outflow. Whatever outflow is incurred, on that the instrument should be priced. So from originator's angle, price at a rate at which originator has to incur an outflow. From investors angle. From investors angle, whatever cash flows they are receiving, investors are receiving, that you have to discounted by using the rate of YTM, that is yield to maturity. On that price, the instruments, the securitized instruments should be priced at. So, from investors' angle, by discounting the expected future cash flows using rate of yield to maturity YTM. Next, tokenization. Tokenization, important concept. Tokenization. It is the process of converting tangible and intangible assets into blockchain tokens. It is a process of converting tangible and intangible assets. Here I have given an example only tangible. Even intangible assets. Converting tangible and intangible assets into blockchain tokens. That is tokenization. Now, what are the similarities between tokenization and securitization? Similarities. What was securitization? Converting illiquid assets into marketable securities. Illiquid assets into marketable securities was tokenization. Was securitization. So what is tokenization? Converting illiquid assets. Illiquid assets is nothing but tangible and intangible assets in this case into liquid product, and hence it resembles process of securitization, and hence it resembles process of securitization. So what are the similarities? 4 points you have to write. That is new opportunities, trading, diversification, and liquidity. Again, along with me. What are the similarities between tokenization and securitization? New opportunities, trading, diversification and liquidity. Done. Next, blockchain. Let's understand what is blockchain. It is a technology to store information. In decentralized manner. Decentralized manner means what? There is no central authority. To control the activities. There is no central authority. Okay. Now, in blockchain example is Bitcoin. For centralized authority, for example, is RBI. Money, it is governed by that RBI. Whatever it issues note, that 500 rupee note or 100 rupee note, the value of that note will be 500 only. It can't be more or less. So it is governed by RBI. See, RBI is the central authority in that case. So blockchain is a decentralized manner, storing information in decentralized manner. Okay. So blockchain, it stores data in blocks. So we will put the data. So data will be put and it will be logged through like fingerprints, that is hash. That is called as hash. Every block will have hash. And every next block will have the hash of previous block. Every next block will have the hash of previous block. Will record the hash of previous block. So every next block will have the hash of previous block, that it will be connected through chains, through like that. Okay. Now, if this block's data if I change, this hash will change automatically. If this hash is changed, this will also change. If this change, this also change. If this change, this also change. So it will go on. So it is difficult to change data. If we change data, it will be easily identified. So it is impossible to change data. Once any entry is done, it is permanent. It cannot be altered. It cannot be changed or altered. This is the concept of blockchain. So now quickly let's go through it. So blockchain is also called as distributed ledger technology. Meaning it is a shared peer-to-peer and decentralized open ledger of transaction with no trusted third parties in between. There is no central authority with no trusted third parties in between. It is a shared, deep peer-to-peer and decentralized open ledger of transactions with no trusted third parties in between. Again, along with me, meaning of blockchain. It is a shared, peer-to-peer and decentralized open ledger of transactions with no trusted third parties in between. Next, this ledger database has every entry as permanent, which cannot be changed or altered. It cannot be changed or altered. Done. Next, what are the applications? What are the applications of blockchain? Where all blockchain are used? Applications of blockchain. Just to remember, okay, we have money, that is finance. We look up at the weather, so forecast. We are looking at the forecast of the weather. Okay, then we decide to, if the weather is good, so we decide to travel. While traveling, government says stop. Where is the mask? Healthcare. Where is the mask? That is healthcare. So what are the applications of blockchain? Financial services, economic forecast, travel industry, government, and healthcare. That is mask and healthcare. What are the applications of blockchain? Again, financial services, economic forecast, then travel industry, then the government says healthcare. So financial services, economic forecast, travel industry, government, and healthcare. Done. Next, risks in blockchain. Accountability, information, development and maintenance, and monitoring. Again, what are the 4 points? Accountability, information, development and maintenance, and monitoring. So proper accountability, questions about who is responsible for managing risk and how proper accountability is to be achieved. Questions about who is responsible for managing risk and how proper accountability is to be achieved, if technology has been tampered, it could render information to be inaccurate and unreliable. If technology has been tampered. Information could render inaccurate and unreliable. Challenge. There is a challenge in development and maintenance of process, and information overload, humongous data. So information overload could potentially challenge the level of monitoring required. So again, what are the risks in securitization? What are the risks in blockchain? 4 points you have to remember. On that you can frame your answers. That is accountability. That is proper accountability. Information renders information to be inaccurate and unreliable if technology is tampered. Information it renders the information to be inaccurate and unreliable. Then development and maintenance. It's challenge in development and maintenance. And monitoring. Information overload potentially challenge the level of monitoring. Accountability, information, development and maintenance, and monitoring. Done. I hope you enjoyed the lecture. Thank you so much, guys. Stay tuned for the other chapters. Thank you so much. Bye.